Paul has returned from the Sako ammunition factory in Finland with an A-star in bulletology. No longer will he choose a round because it's pretty or comes in a box that matches the colour of his beautiful, piercing, greeny, bluey, browny, hazily eyes. No, steady. No, he is now selective, decisive, and this evening he's going to be using the Sako Gamehead Pro on a roe.
I haven't always considered it, to be honest with you. I find a bullet that I like with the rifle, suits the rifle, groups well, and you go hunting, get good results. You don't think about, well, I don't personally think about, or haven't in the past, thinking about close quarter shooting, short distance to mid-range and long distance. They'll all do the job, but if you're doing a lot of close quarter roe calling close in close woodland, then you go for the super hammerhead. But if you're shooting long distance across fields, you're doing the mid to longer distance, you use Gamehead Pro, just so you've got expansion and do the job efficiently.
Okay, so it begs the question, what are you using tonight?
Like Gamehead Pro tonight, I like to stalk in and get close to animals. That's the whole point of stalking. But I do like to have that confidence of shooting a longer distance.
Well, I mean, I've had one come into the squeak.
Oh, right.
Paul is being guided by his friend Christian, a mad, keen stalker. He has invited Paul onto his ground and we're going to cover a lot of it tonight. It's mid-July, the roe rut is about to get underway, so we're pushing it to try and get a response. Paul has a new call, which looks like a stumpy yellow clarinet. Like all new musical instruments, it needs practice for the best results.
Not very consistent with it. Yeah, we're early season for the rut, but I spoke to a few people. I spoke to my dad as well. He got one coming in the backfield, back of his house, and that was like a middle-aged buck, and that was doing all the signs the last 2 days. So Christian's been seeing one or two, so yeah, get a bit of early action maybe. But.
Now, Paul's using a Sako 85 Finlight 2, which he christened a few days ago. This is now his third rifle in 6.5 Creedmoor, the kind of calibre some say people choose because it goes with the colour of their eyes. So, what's the attraction?
It's flat shooting, it's not punchy, and it's trendy.
You're all about the labels, Childerley.
Yeah, no, at all. My rifle shooting career, we should call it, I've always liked the lighter calibers, faster bullets, accurate. I've never been a big person on doing the dialing out to distance, because when you've got a 22 to 50, you're on at 100, you're on at 250, you don't think about it, you just put it on there, hold steady and shoot it. So for me, it's a fantastic round. Say no more.
After multiple stands, the guys spot an older buck across a couple of fields.
It looks to me like a nice big old buck, but he's got a bit of a messy back end, so I don't know whether it's because he's been eating the maize and it's full of nitrogen and a bit too rich for him, or what, I don't know, but... Is that another one? Looking.
Is that one of the best responses you've ever had, Christian?
Yeah, it's pretty good, that. I'm pleased with that.
Actually, he's coming, isn't it?
Give another squeak, keep his interest.
The call generates interest, but it's more of a shuffle than a sprint.
Classic early rut, this is. Use all your skills to try and lure them in.
Yeah, very tentative, isn't he? It'll be interesting to see whether he comes down.
I don't think
straight through the...
He won't come through the fence, will he? What's this fence?
Eventually, it disappears into a ditch, never to resurface. There is a plan B, and a set of ears appear above the crop. That animal's attention, however, is focused on a doe to our right. Paul waits for the buck to clear the crop.
Okay, David? I'll shoot him, yeah? When he comes out further. Oh.
One more step and he was ours. Never mind. There's always tomorrow morning.
I come out to enjoy the ambience.
So you're going to wait for the last minute this time, or are you going to be a bit more
I'm going
on
to
it?
take my time like I always do, David. I'm never going to live that one down, am I?
Not really. I know it was just for the camera. It's one more step, wasn't it?
One more step just to get the perfect, bring it in close enough so you could focus on it. And yeah, I haven't cried much.
There's a chance of an early fox, but that one's on its way. We return to the site of where most of the promising action took place yesterday, but again, nothing. We do have a standoff with this young chap, reminding us that when the crops are up and grass is high, roe are even more challenging.
Weather's changed, and this morning it was quite a little bit windy, but it's quite humid. It's like, I don't know, 15 degrees, 16 degrees, and it's like muggy, perfect. We saw a couple start with down a buck, and then we saw a buck literally 30 yards away. But now it's just turned that horrible wet rain, which is perfect for game crops, but I don't think it's good for this job. So the pressure's on now. It's gone from like, but you never know.
The best response is from a doe and a kid, a sight you never tire of. The morning is another no-show, and Christian is feeling the pressure.
That's stalk, isn't it?
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, we see deer here, you see, see signs. This morning we saw 2 bucks, 3 does and a fawn. And again, unfortunately, crops are up. And like I say, it was early rut, so it's just started into a little bit of action yesterday, as you saw. And but it's been a good morning. Yes, I could have shot that younger buck, as I've been told many times, but it wasn't perfect. So yeah, it's been great. Pressure's on, always on the site the person invites you. It's apologised about 400 times, but I do this all the time, so you're used to the results. Roebuck, aren't they? That's why we love them.
Disappointing.
As there's unresolved business in Hampshire, Paul and Christian arrange to hook up again, not as you might think in the full throes of the rut, but a few weeks after. Busy people. At least we can see what's going on now.
People look forward to this time of year and look forward to, seeing what bucks they got and then see what they got in the rut, and yeah, it's great. Good. I just travelled 2 hours to get here, so it must be quite special.
Christian has also been doing a lot of reconnaissance. We follow what is now a familiar route, until eventually we spot this young buck on the field margins.
Yep, see him, David?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Where he was, yeah.
Paul takes the shot, but when we get to the shot site, the buck is missing.
There's blood. That's what he fell over. That's long. Okay.
And then where do we go back in?
Straight in here somewhere. Perfect. Perfect, I'd say. 6.5 Creekmore. the sexiest round on the market. Did the job.
That's the business.
Isn't it? It's just,
Pure adrenaline, wasn't it?
yeah, he obviously was upcharged,
Yeah.
chopped, he was going to go. And,
About what it was.
yeah.
So, did Paul choose the correct round tonight? Absolutely. A slower, less frangible bullet would have killed it, but we might not have found it.
Beautiful and clean. If that had been a different range, we might not have picked it up at 50, 60 yards in the wood. It might have been,
Still be running.
yeah, still running, or probably maybe 150 yards down the wood. So,
Well,
yeah,
did the
perfect.
job.
Yeah, no, it's great. Thank you. Again.
We got our buck in the end, and we hope we've shown that selecting the right bullet for the job is as important as any other kit you buy to do the job well. For more about Sako's ammunition, go to sako.fi.